Good evening, friends. Good evening, humans. I wish you the same beautiful day as I have. Maybe not the same, but your own choice day. Did you choose your day by yourself? Did you choose your day for yourself? Or did you let anybody else in your environment to make your day the way it fits for them? Always the questions like I get bored to my own self asking constantly questions. Yeah, this is the only way I can communicate, because I'm kind of asking questions to the dude in the camera. He doesn't really respond at all. Or maybe he does. We'll see. So another tale from the past comes to bite us in the ass. Title for today: Innate Right of Hyena to be Bad. Innate was in the inverted commas, which means inbred or inherent or intrinsic or intuitive, all kind of synonyms, but I don't think it's all the same. Is it hyena always bad? Or let's use a more common, because not too many people met hyenas in the wild nature. They mostly talked about wolves, the wild animal dog who's there to just, as soon as he sees you, he will eat you. Even the old stories about Red Riding Hood, she faced the wolf to do what? She started talking to this creature who was so devious, so pretends to be her grandma. Why he pretends? Why these so-called wild creatures like to pretend they're not really humans? By human behaviors, not by human maybe outlook. How many creatures around you, humans, that you met, and they don't really look human, they don't behave human? You call them animals. You're insulting the wolves by calling a dirty politician a wolf who's just putting a sheep clothes and goes amongst the silly little sheeps and just eat little lambs, because he cannot attack or kill so easily a big bad male sheep, because this one has horns or has a little bit of attitude. So he goes and picks the weak ones. And this is what's happening in our society for centuries. They are picking the weak ones. They're picking children, unborn children, very young born children, couple of months to a couple of years old, trying to abuse them. I mean, not only trying, but they were really abusing them, trying to kill them even before they were born. But not for the reasons of any kind of silly explanations they have. These doctors' processes or medical treatments, how to get rid of life even before he was born, because suddenly a woman decides not to have a baby, even if her body was completely accepting that she wants to have a baby. So suddenly she doesn't want to trust her body that she get pregnant by her own choice, and she want to now get rid of it. Then she goes to the bad wolves in this society called doctors, the ones who are removing unborn babies from their uterus. So question to you is, are they just natural born killers who just do it for the sake of helping this woman to continue living without a child? Or they want something a little bit more sinister than what is just in the front showing here? We are here to serve all the pregnant women, to get rid of them, the pestilence of the unborn child, and pregnancy that will make their boobs bigger or stretch their skin on the stomach. Are you kidding me? They are absolute killers. And who gave them right to kill innocent children? Child is already on the first second that the male sperm initiated into female egg. It's not Holy Trinity done by these two. There is something third, an influence to make this life active, to make this life present in this unhumane environment where we lived in. So this third party in Holy Trinity is creative energy from Prime Creator, including sperm, female egg, and from the top, the energy of creation. The baby is born, even has to go 9 months to endure in the warmth of the mother's womb. Yet these bad wolves and hyenas, I call them rather hyenas, because these are the scavengers of, well, dead bodies, stealing the food, energetic food, from everybody else, in this case from unaware women, who are the only one who can bring the baby into the world. So if they can trick this woman not to bring the child, they're actually becoming accomplices, these women, accomplices in abortion, accomplices in killing an innocent and unprotected child. The only protection that it has is the mother's choice. And this choice has been twisted into become a murderer. So I think it's drastic that life actually doesn't start when its baby is born and when it starts breathing, or 9 months earlier when the connection between egg and sperm comes into one spot of time and the baby is born. In my knowledge, it's at the time of impregnation of the female egg. This is where the Holy Trinity comes in place. This is where the human spirit gets born into the physical body. Yes, it's only like 2 cells together, and then becomes 4, 8, 16, and so on. Multiplies in a matter of 9 months to 7 billion cells, or whatever number it is. And it seems in all perfect order. The stupid scientists trying to develop techniques of will grow a ear, will grow the organ, will grow. They cannot grow anything, basically, because they are missing a crucial element in this kind of growing, scientifically, synthetically growing process of organs or of cells or healing techniques. And this is creative energy from Prime Creator. You cannot buy it on the market under the table or on the black markets of Indonesia or South America. No, you cannot. But you can realize who is actually the one who creates life. It's not you. And you have to realize who's the one who's actually taking the life, even before he has a chance to defend itself. And this is medical doctors. This is these absolutely horrendous pedophiles who start feeding on the little children as soon as they are born until they are like 10, 12, abusing them, traumatizing their spirit, so they become absolutely useless human beings, or separated from themselves, separated from the creation, through all this trauma brought in a very early stage, if they survive a birth, or if they survive sacrificial routines that many of these religious sects like Vatican and some other ones have. Yet I think it's time that we talk about this openly, that these kind of creatures has to stop doing what they're doing. And the only thing could happen if when female realize its worth, that female realize her real reason why she's here on the planet. She's not here to be wrapped in burqa and being one of 5 wives or whatever, sex slaves to some freaky so-called kings, or they are females just to deliver the baby and has to take care of the baby until the baby decides that after so many traumas given on this baby in the first 10 years, that the baby decides to actually separate from mother in a very abrupt way. This is when mother starts suffering. So how to bring all this back to notion of truly recognize life what it is. That's life is given to us. Life is the gift that we cannot ignore anymore. And these systems like hyenas of the legal system, or the wolves of the government system, or snakes of the medical system, they even have a sign around their snake, is representing how devious they are. They will give you a poison through these 2 very sharp teeth, which represents the needles, and they will suck out the blood like mosquitoes are doing. So I don't really appreciate many of these events that were happening here on the planet, but I'm pretty much nobody. Yet I hope that many of the females on this planet start appreciating how they've been abused. Many children start talking more and more how they've been abused as the little ones, if they survive, if they haven't been sacrificed, eaten, cooked, whatever, traumatized. So how to heal all these processes? We have to get rid of hyenas and wolves and mosquitoes and snakes. I'm talking in an allegorical and in very literal way. We don't need mosquitoes anymore. We don't need snakes. We don't need hyenas who are feeding off the carcasses of the dead children or of unborn fetuses. We don't need these creatures here anymore. So when and how we are going to individually realize that we don't want to be part of these systems anymore, medical, political, religious, dark religious ones, because most of these Vatican dark religious are based on satanic and Luciferian agenda of sacrificing. Yet you've been deceived that you are praying to the God of mercy, God of love, if you go into the Vatican churches. Not at all. You are giving all of your energy through the prayers and through your donations and through your absolutely obedient behavior to the creature, that it is Lucifer, it is Satan, who is absolute walking evil on the planet. Yet he is no more. But many of these creatures were so creatures within the church, within the government. They are so deep down obsessed with this notion of stealing the energy from everybody else through many different factors: education, religion, government, banking, finances, and the worst, the medicine. That they really stole so many little babies, newborns, energies. You cannot believe. When these numbers comes, you would not believe. They killed more than all the wars together in 100 years. The medical system. So, I wish you all fast awakening. I wish you all start realizing that life is not some minuscule thing that happens when two people have sex and suddenly pops out. Not at all. Life is the most precious thing that you can have, and then you can actually give, if you're male, if you're female. You can create life with the help of the female or with the male, in combination with the true prime creator's influence. And he doesn't judge you with what you're going to do with this baby, because this baby's life is in your hands. Not only female hands, but the male hand too. Because getting involved in abortions, sacrifices, ritualistic tortures of the children just to get the energy out of them is absolute evil. And I suggest you don't be part of this anymore. You can start now.